Even as inflation cools from its pandemic-era highs, millions of workers across the United States still feel the squeeze of rising prices outpacing their paychecks. According to the latest data from Bankrate's 2025 Wage to Inflation Index, consumer prices have climbed about 22.7% since early 2021, while average wages have only increased by 21.5% over the same period, a gap that means workers' earnings have not fully caught up with the cost of living. This disparity isn't just a number. A recent survey from the American Staffing Association and the Harris Poll finds that more than half of U.S. workers, about 53%, say their paychecks are not keeping up with inflation, and 38% say their overall financial situation is more stressful now than a year ago. Another report from Resume Now reveals that nearly 3 out of 4 employees struggle to afford basic living expenses, with many pointing directly to stagnant wages and rising costs for housing, food, and utilities as the key reasons for their stress. Economists explain that wage growth and price increases are driven by different forces. Inflation reflects changes in the cost of a broad market basket of goods and services, while wages are shaped by labor market dynamics, such as productivity, labor demand, and employer compensation budgets. Because wages tend to adjust slowly, often only once a year, workers can experience a lag effect, where prices rise faster than salaries are increased. Employers also manage labor costs carefully, which can delay or limit wage hikes even as costs for everyday goods escalate. This gap between wages and prices hits lower and middle-income households hardest. These families spend a larger share of their income on necessities, leaving less room to absorb higher costs. Consumer sentiment studies show that tighter budgets and economic unease are now common themes, with many Americans cutting back on discretionary spending just to make ends meet. Experts warn that unless wage growth accelerates more consistently with cost increases, real incomes will continue to erode for many workers, meaning that even pay raises won't go as far as they once did. For millions of Americans, the result is not just financial stress, but a very real decline in purchasing power and quality of life.